it's kind hello, welcome back to the channel. It is Thursday. It is early access day. This is the day that we get to play with new cards for March of the Machine. Super pumped to be here to play against some of the other content creators in the program. Thank you very much to Wizards of the Coast for putting this on. Thank you especially to Jesse Hill for organizing all of this. There is a link in the description if you want to join the official Magic the Gathering Discord. Couple things before we get started. As you can see, I've loaded up a few decks here, and then we'll work together making some decks a little bit later on. So I want to say that everybody in this program has been awesome so far. These are all content creators, so we need to be respectful of everybody. Everybody's trying to make content, do new things, so let's keep it positive today. Also, I want to announce that I will be at the upcoming Magic Fest Minneapolis, May 5th through May 7th. I got a content creator pass from Wizards of the Coast. I'll be there with a booth. If you want to come up and play a game of Magic, say hello, whatever, I will be there. So, Without further ado, let's get into some standard best of one with some of the new cards. I've got a few decks built here, archetypes lined up. Then do that for a couple hours. Then take a lunch break, and then hit some limited and see if we can play with some of the best limited players in the game or other content creators, and a little bit rusty at limited, so I'll be anxious to see how that goes. I also want to thank you all very, very much. Thank you for being a subscriber. Thank you for watching. Let's get into it. Let's start off with, have not played a game yet, Celestia counters. Let's do this one first. So, a lot of new cards in here. At the bottom, we've got Hopeful Initiate from Crimson Vow, which has like been an all-star in mono white, basically. We have Evolving Adaptive, which has been used mostly in like Gruul modified, but you know, there's been a couple Celestia decks that have published over the past month or two that has Adaptive. This thing grows with time. Angelic Intervention is a new card for March of the Machine. It's a common. It's a 2-cost instant. Target creature or planeswalker you control gains protection from colorless or from the color of your choice until end of turn. If it's a creature, it gets a +1/+1 counter, which we're all about with this deck. This card's interesting in that it not only gives you protection from color, but you can choose colorless too for getting around like the soldier tokens and things like that. Dusk Legion Duelist, a new vampire soldier, 2-drop 2/2 vigilance. Whenever one or more counters are put on Dusk Legion Duelist, draw a card, and this ability triggers only once per turn. Have you ever wanted card draw in your Celestia aggro counter deck? I have, so I'm super pumped to check out Dusk Legion Duelist. Ozolith, the Shattered Spire. If you remember the Ozolith from, what was it, Ikoria? Correct me if I'm wrong there, but the Ozolith is back. It is a 2-drop legendary artifact. If one or more counters we put on an artifact or creature you control, that many +1 are put on it instead. So you can imagine how that's going to get kind of nasty with us proliferating. 2, tap it, put a counter, which is 2. On target artifact or creature you control, activate only as a sorcery, and it has cycling. So if we draw one, we already have one on the field, we can cycle it out. Quirion Beastcaller from Dominaria United, that's the one that grows whenever you cast creature spells, and then whenever it dies, you put those counters on something else. New card, Botanical Brawler, 1 white, 1 green, comes in with 2 +1/+1 counters on it, so it's a 2/2 with trample. Whenever one or more counters are put on another permanent, if it's the first time, put a 1 permanent counter on a Botanical Brawler. So that thing could just get big, and it has trample, so it's not just a big dumb monster. It's actually, you know, it can get through. Siege Veteran, we do have a couple soldiers in here, so we can get some of the benefit off them dying, but usually this is just for counters. And Bloated Contaminator, if we can hit with this thing and proliferate all those +1/+1 counters, we'll be off to the races. New card, Archangel Elspeth. Looks like we have a little bit of an art deal here with it. It's Fibblethip in there. 2 white, 2 generic for a 4 loyalty planeswalker. This is a +1 to create a 1/1 white soldier. That could be another target for our Siege Veteran. -2 to put some counters on something, make it an angel, and have it gain flying permanently. And -6, return all non-land permanents with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, of which we have a lot. Wandering Emperor. We know the Wandering Emperor, right? And a new card, Doomscar Warrior. 2 green, 2 generic for a 4/3 trample with backup 1. So backup 1, whenever it enters the battlefield, it can get a +1/+1 counter on itself, or it can give a +1/+1 counter to something else, and then temporarily grant all of its text box or anything below backup to that other creature. So if we have another creature on the field, we can give a +1/+1 counter, and then temporarily for that turn, make that creature have the text box, which I'm about to read to you. When this creature deals combat damage to a player or battle, look at that many cards from the top of your library. You may reveal a creature or land, put it into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So it can kind of make your other creature a big threat too. And they'll have to think about if they want to block it or not. Say what's up to people. Zeus Alternative, let's go. Let's go, my friend. Thanks for being here. TGN in the house, modding. Mr. Sci Guy, thank you. Yes, reminding people to hit that thumbs up. Really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Last in the land suite, we have Iganjo, Seat of the Empire, for getting rid of attackers or blockers. Besiege, for getting rid of troublesome artifacts, enchantments, or non-basic lands. And then we have a couple Mishra's Foundries. So, let's get into it. Thank you for the subscribe. I appreciate it. What is this? Spark Rank. You've unlocked a new mode to play against other aspiring planeswalkers. Meat Hooks banned. These are banned. That's banned. Sounds good. All right. So, let's go. March of the Machines, early access. Thanks for being here. Let's go. Very first game. Let's play against some of these other awesome content creators. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up. Thanks for subscribing. Let's get into it. Alright, we're going first. Looks fine. Adaptive on turn 1. Dusk Legion Duelist on turn 2. That'll make this a 2-2. Contaminator on 3 and Emperor on 4. Not sure that we could have a better curve. Let's do so. Brushland. Alright, Botanical Brawler is what we drew. So we could play that. That would make this a 3-3, because Adaptive would get a counter. Triggering Brawler. And we don't really have a way to put counters on this yet. So let's do Brawler. Off to an aggressive start. It's an invasion. It's the first battle card. Let's check it out. Ooh, that's a cool animation. Alright. It's a 2-drop, 4 defense counters. When Invasion of Ixalan enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal permanent from among them, put them into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Turns into Belligerent Regisaur. 4/3 trample. When you cast a spell, it gains indestructible till end of turn. And they got a land. Okay. See if we can proliferate. They're going to attack this battle to get that dinosaur. We have to defend it. So if you're unfamiliar with the way battles work, basically this is their permanent, but they can either deal damage to it in the form of spells that target any target, battles, or combat damage. And whenever they get these 4 defense counters off of it, this thing's going to flip into a Belligerent Regisaur 4/3 trample that they gain control of. So that's the new deal. Angelic Intervention. Creature Planeswalker gains protection from colorless or the color of your choice till end of turn. If it's a creature, put a counter on it. So we could target Bloated Contaminator, Botanical Brawler would then get a counter from it as well. 4 white instant. Alright. Let's attack then. See what they want to do. Oh, we can proliferate the battle. That's interesting. That's really cool, actually. I hadn't thought about that application. So, they have a battle and they can proliferate it. So you can make it cost more for them to destroy it.
This is what you get for hurting my people.
Alright. Let's go... I think we can just attack. And we have Angelic Intervention. Block there. All right, we got there. Good game. So, I kind of liked the way that worked. So, revelations from the first match. Dusk Legion Duelist worked really great with Angelic Intervention. This got a +1/+1 counter. We could have given it protection from something else if they had a different blocker or something. We drew a card off of it when that happened. And also triggered the Botanical Brawler. And that got pretty big. 4/4 with Trample. I like it. I really like the fact that we can proliferate the battles that they play. That is actually super cool. So, a lot of proliferate in black, a lot of proliferate in blue from Phyrexia, all will be one. So, if you have a deck that's like they're playing a lot of battles against you, you could proliferate the defense counters and just make them harder to flip. That's awesome. Good game. Celestia counters. Feeling good about it so far. Feels weird, like, looking up the account and have 500,000 gold. Like, I never have that much gold. I always spend my gold on tons of stuff. Never have that much gold. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Thursday. If you're attending pre-release tomorrow, hope you have a great time with that. I think it's tomorrow. Is it? Yeah. All right. Going first. Let's see here. We have 2 1-drops, so we have an Evolving Adaptive and Hopeful Initiate. Dusk Legion Duelist. We won't get any counters on it. TGN, we might have to hit that pre-release tomorrow. I guess we can keep this. Let's go Brushland Adaptive. Oh, I'm liking this art here, this background. This is sweet. Phyrexian. Okay. We can do Dusk Legion Duelist, trigger the adaptive, and then we'll have a blocker and a good attacker. Seems good. Let's figure out a way to get some counters on this Dusk Legion Duelist and draw some cards, huh? Kind of be nice to have another white mana that's not Iganjo. Progenitor Exarch. 1/2, double X. When it enters the battlefield, incubate X 3 times. Transform target incubator token you control. Okay. Let's get a counter on our duelists. Draw a card. We'll go in with both, I think. Ryuma, how do I feel about Kodama? I love Kodama. I had a newfound respect for Kodama when I did a Gruul deck with it, and it was really good. That is something to try for sure. Elvish Vatkeeper, 3 mana, 3/3, incubate 2, 5. Transform target incubator token you control, double the number of counters on it. So it's the new incubate token. They can pay 2 colorless mana to transform that into a 2/2. If they do it with this, it'll be a 4/4. some card draw going. We'll go with the 4/4 and the 3/3. Okay, we will leave them with the incubate token. Then we'll go Hopeful Initiate. So they have Seed Core here. This can give something +2/+1 if it's a 1/1 creature, but they have to have 3 poison counters on us. Intervention can give us protection from colorless or the color of our choice till end of turn. If it's a creature, put a counter on it. Alright. So I think we use that as a combat trick. I think we just go like this on Initiate. Let that train. Looks like they may have a trick as well. Somewhat of a scientist myself. Got protection here. Okay, I am willing to just let that happen. Convoke, -3/-3 till end of turn. See if they have another trick. Black. Let's proliferate. Start proliferating here. Glissa, the new Glissa, yes. 5-drop, 3/5. Beginning of combat, incubate 2 twice. Transform all incubator you control. Phyrexians gain first strike till end of turn. Alright, I think we're good. We'll take the Foundry. We'll go in. Alright. Good game. Good game. That Glissa is pretty sweet, actually. 5-drop, 3/5. Beginning combat, choose 1. Incubate 2 twice. And then they had like another thing that would just make the incubator things transform into some big nasties. That's pretty cool. Transform them all, or Phyrexians you control gain first strike and death touch till end of turn. So this is, if you're aggressive with this, I guess the first 2 modes, I guess, are pretty aggressive. Yeah, I mean, they're all pretty aggressive. That's pretty cool, though. I like that Glissa. Good game. If it's your first time here, thanks for liking, thanks for hitting the thumbs up, and thanks for subscribing. Doing Celestia counters right now. And deck's going pretty good so far. My chair is breaking underneath me. And then we'll be doing probably one of these other decks, and then brewing a little bit, and then doing some limited later. So thank you for being here. This is fun. Let's get one more game in with counters. One more game in with counters. Then we'll switch it up. Probably going to be, I don't know. If I have the energy, I'll be doing something later this evening probably too. And most of these videos will be, these streams I'll cut out sections and put them up as videos. So people that missed the live can watch that too. Alright, Adaptive and Brawler. That seems to be a sweet curve. From that first game, Adaptive is a 1-1. Brawler on 2, making this a 2-2, and then this a 3-3 on 2 is pretty sweet. And then having Contaminator is going to be pretty cool. We don't want to pay life, so we'll go Thicket first. TGN, it does look pretty promising. Thank you for being here, my friend. No. Should activate the Adaptive and then make that a... Oh, wait. Oh, it's the first time. I see. Alright, let's play... Let's play defense. They're playing mono red. They're going to be actually more aggressive and win in a race against us, I think. So they want to play with fire something and kill our other thing. We'll just let it through. I think is what's going on here. Yes, Phoenix. I love this card, I think. I haven't played with it yet. 2/2 flying, can't block. When an instant or sorcery you control deals damage to an opponent or battle, you may pay red. If you do, it comes back in and gains haste. I think that card's going to be sweet. Alright. Let's get contaminating. Oh, it's an oil counter. My mistake. My mistake. Going with both. I know, TGN. I wonder if we will see a battle. I think it's, what, Invasion of Kaldheim or something? I think is the red one. No blocks. I'm tempted to block that Swift Spear, but I feel like I'm going to kill the Contaminator. Another Phoenix. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. Seems pretty close. I mean, they have air superiority on us for sure. Invasion of Vergatha. 4 damage to another target battle or opponent and 1 damage to something. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like, they can hit us for 4 in the air now. That battle is nice. I think I have that battle in mono red too. 4 damage to another battle, instantly transforming it if it's a low defense battle, or an opponent, and then 1 damage to pick off something that's like a 3/1 or something. That's pretty cool. I think we just do this. I think we're good to go in with everything, because the Phoenix can't block. If they can't do the Contaminators, they have to block the Adaptive. Oh, they stoked the flames on us. Nice. They instantly proliferate the stoke the flames. That was a nice play. Alright, see if they can get us dead. Kumano. Another Phoenix. In. Alright. That was a pretty nasty mono red though. Like, this invasion is pretty gross. Think about if they went first on that game and they were able to get aggressive on us and we didn't have these high toughness creatures. Like, this thing's pretty nasty. For 3 mana, 4 damage directly to the face, kill a creature, get your, let's see. Yeah, no, instant or sorcery. So this could not trigger the Phoenix, but buffs your Swift Spear. Ryuma, I did not realize that you could proliferate the battle either until like 2 games ago when we did it. And that actually changes a lot of things, I think. That's pretty cool. My general feeling on battles is I feel like battles are going to be fine as long as the front side is playable. I think if you play a battle relying to flip it, I think probably in most cases that's probably not going to work as efficiently as it could. All right, what are we going with here? We did 3 games with Celestia counters. Let's stop the recording here. Put that up as a video later. Alright, 1 second, guys. Bear with me here. What deck do we want to see next? Let's go with... So, this is a deck that I've kind of been looking forward to playing. This is like a Greed Lord, Greed Lord deck. Or the Celestia counters was pretty efficient, like in low to the ground and just all efficient cards. This card right here is all based around Jeskai, Orzhov. Alright, 2 votes for Orzhov. Alright, let's do it. We'll get back to that one then. So, here's the Orzhov Phyrexian build. We have some familiar faces down here in Crawling Chorus. Skrelv, Cut Down, Skrelv's Hive from Phyrexia, all will be 1. Go for the Throat. Kind of controlling in the beginning. We have Grafted Butcher, which is the new Phyrexian Lord. And it's a samurai, so I think it's, you know, from Kamigawa, which is a flavor, a really cool flavor thing. So this is 2 mana for a 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, Phyrexians you control gain menace till end of turn, so a nice aggressive creature if you already have Phyrexians out. And they all get +1/+1, which is cool, especially with Skrelv's Hive when these become 2/2s and are able to attack a little bit more. And then for 4 mana, you can sack an artifact or creature, return it from your graveyard to the battlefield, and activate that only as a sorcery. So as long as they don't get exiled from our battlefield, we can bring that back and keep our Lord pumping everything else. Elas Ilkor, Sadistic Pilgrim, 2/2 Death Touch, keeping people off of our backs till we get our other stuff out. Phyrexian Censor, which is, I think, a professor from Strixhaven with a super long neck now. And that's an out-of-control neck. 3 mana for a 3/3. Each player can't cast more than 1 non-Phyrexian spell each turn, and non-Phyrexian creatures enter the battlefield tapped. So it's kind of like a non-Phyrexian hoser. Bloated Processor, 3 mana for a 3/2. It's a rare. Sacrifice another Phyrexian, put a counter on it, and then whenever this dies, you can incubate X, where X is its power. So it sort of replaces itself. It asks a little bit of mana, like to transform that incubator token 2 colorless mana to bring it back, but you could likely get a 4/4 out of this or something. Gix, Elish Norn. The new, if we can flip this, this is going to do some gross things. Double white, 2 generic for 3/5 Vigilance, Phyrexian Praetor. When a source and opponent deals damage to you or a permanent you control, that source's controller loses 2 life unless they pay 1 colorless. So it taxes every single iteration of damage that would be dealt to you. So that kind of like messes with mono red, messes with go wide decks, token decks, things like that. And then if we tap 3 mana and sack 3 other creatures as a sorcery, so we have to make sure we don't get it blown out when we try it, we can bring it back to the battlefield as the Argent Etchings, which is just insane. Incubate 2 5 times, then transform all incubator tokens you control. So at bare minimum, you get 5 2/2s. Creatures you control gain +1/+1 and gain double strike till end of turn. And then 3, destroy all other permanents except for artifacts, lands, and Phyrexians. Exile it, then return it back as Elesh Norn. This card is pretty insane if you can get this flipped. It's not bad on the face of it either. Sheoldred. Of course, you can't have a Phyrexian deck without Sheoldred the Apocalypse. And then we have the new Sheoldred. 5 mana, 4/5 menace. When it comes in, they have to sacrifice a non-token creature, a planeswalker. If they have 8 or more cards in their graveyard later in the game, we can do 5, exile this, return it into the True Scriptures, which is equally as nasty as Elesh Norn's. For each opponent, destroy up to 1 target creature or planeswalker they control. Then Saga Lore 2 is each opponent discards 3 cards, mills 3 cards. And then you can take all creatures from all graveyards and put them under your control, exile it, and bring it back as Sheoldred. We have Seed Cores in here for casting Phyrexians, Takanuma, and Iganjo. So let's go. Play some Orzhov Phyrexians. If we can flip them, that'll be a sweet moment. Okay, opponent goes first. We have a Crawling Chorus, which we can use to block early, get a little token. Eles Ilkor gains us some life and keeps people off our back with Death Touch. Censor, and go for the throat. Yeah, I think we can probably do this. Xander's Lounge, Grixis. An Iconoclast. When you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colorless soldier. Yeah, I didn't think that they would trade for the chorus, sadly. Impulse. Okay. Casting spells, making tokens. What we need is to get there's Elesh Norn. I was gonna say we need Elesh Norn out, so that way they can't deal damage to us. Ooh. That was nice. Corrupted Conviction. They blocked with a token, sacrificed it to draw 2 cards. Not a bad play at all. Alright, let's get our Censor down. So that limits their spells. So that way they can only play 1 non-Phyrexian spell a turn. Wandering Mind. Look at the top 6 cards of their library. Reveal a non-creature, non-land. Put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom. What are they getting? Invasion of Arcavios. 5 mana. When it comes in, search your library, graveyard, or outside the game for an instant or sorcery. Reveal it. Put it into your hand. It costs 7. Then they get the enchantment. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery from hand, you may copy it. Alright. I wonder if they have another one of those things. Draw cards. They do. Okay, so here's the plan. I could slam Elish Norn right now. Feel like Elish Norn would be killed immediately, so what we're going to do is go Skrelv and hold up a Go for the Throat, and then next turn if we have a mana, we'll play Elish Norn and we'll get it flipped and destroy everything. We have to have Skrelv to protect our Elish Norn, because that's basically the only way we're getting out of this. Ooh. 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. So they're killing everything. Crawling Chorus will get a token. Okay. All right. Hey, Bruno, what's up? Glad you could make it. Good to see you. Been a long time since I've been live. Yes, Cairo MTG VIP. Feels special. Thanks, Bruno. All right, Fable. All right, so we go Elish Norn. We need to get another creature to sacrifice. And then we can incubate 2 5 times, and then destroy all the permanents except for artifacts on, artifacts, lands, and Phyrexians. No attacks. I'm not super hopeful about this because our opponent has a lot of cards in hand, a lot of things going on here. Elish Norn's like our only hope. We do have protection. 3, 6, 7... I think they have another Invasion of Karsus in their hand to deal 3 damage to everything, so we're just gonna take this. So we block with Elish Norn. Search the library for a card, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Okay. See, 4, 5, 6. Hidetsugu and Kairi. Yep, I'm familiar. 5/4 flying. Enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, put 2 cards from your hand on top. When it dies, exile the top card of your library. Target opponent loses life to its mana value, and if it's an instant or sorcery, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. That's in the Grixis deck that I have too. Brainstorm. Alright, so we have to remember that Hidetsugu and Kairi can flying attack this. Oh, they sacrifice it. Alright. Oh, what is that? Explosive Singularity! You did not. Good game. So they put Explosive Singularity on top of their library. They deal a bunch of damage to us and then hit us with it. Very nice. Good game. Yeah, Elish Norn was our only hope there, basically. Elish Norn, you're our only hope. Alright, good game. If it's your first time here, there's a link to the Twitter in the description. There's a link to the Magic the Gathering official Discord in the description. And thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing. 2 seed cores. Luckily, all of our stuff's Phyrexian, and our cut down takes black mana, which we can't use seed core for, but we can use this Takanuma. So, yeah, I think we can probably keep this. Get a crawling chorus going. And then a bloated processor will allow us to sacrifice another Phyrexian. Another crawling chorus. Yep. So let's get Takanuma down so we have access to cut down. Gix is going to be a sweet play here. I think we'll cut this down. Play Gix, attack with both of these, draw 2 cards. That would be really sweet. Cut this down. Alright, draw a card. What do we get? Land. Another seed core. Well, I'm glad we have Phyrexians. Alright, good game. Couple of courses and Gix. Got it done. I had a Rakdos deck with Gix that I posted a video to on the channel that I played like a month ago. That was like really explosive on the play. On the draw it was less good, but on the play it would draw so many cards it'd just burn the opponent. It was really fun to play. We're going first. We have all of our lands, I guess. Skrelv, remove some stuff, bloated processor. We don't really want to sacrifice Skrelv, but I guess we'll get some more things. This is an okay hand. Anytime you can start with Skrelv is pretty fun. Swift Spear. Alright. Gix. Are we going to want to attack with our Skrelv? That's weird. See if we can cut this down. Hopefully they can't bring it to a 3-4. Kenra Spell Spear. This is a new card. I think this card's very good. 2/2 Trample Prowess. 3 in Phyrexian Blue. Transform it. And it becomes like a 4/4 Trample Double Prowess. Like it says Prowess on it. Yeah. Becomes a 3/3 Trample Ward 2 Prowess for 4 mana. So we'll see if they try to transform that, and then we'll remove it. Grafted Butcher. Phyrexians +2/+2. Let's go Processor. In case we draw another land. Then we'll be able to play Grafted Butcher and go for the Throat this if they try to transform it. Thrill Prowess. So they could have a 1-drop burn spell if I block with a processor that says Prowess, so they could just hit us with it and deal 4 damage to us. I'm probably good just to not block. Or they'll blow out our processor. Didn't get another land. Alright. We're playing defense. We're on mono red. Okay, let's sacrifice Skrelv. So that way the processor can be a 4-3 at least. Another one. I would like to play this Grafted Butcher and save this Go for the Throat whenever they try to transform something. I think I'll block here now. Okay, so now it gets to die, and then we get to incubate 5. So we can make a 5/5 real quick here. Which, honestly... Let's put out the Butcher. And we'll save mana for Go for the Throat, or we'll just get ourselves a 6/6 here to block. I wonder if they try to transform this thing. Alright, they have a Mishra's Foundry they can attack us with. We're not out of the woods yet. Ward, pay 2 life, prowess 1/3. Ten and 10. Alright, they can block with the Mishra's Foundry. We have 10 here, so I think we are good to go. Good game. Alright, good game. Got the Phyrexians. Lost that first game. I was like, I don't know. Phyrexians gonna be good. They're doing okay now, though. I would like to flip this Elish Norn or Sheoldred. That's something that I wanted to do today, so if we could do that, that would be great. Alright, we are going first. We have a cut down. Not necessarily great for us to be going first with a cut down because it's a little awkward. Like, when do we play it? Probably on turn 4. We have Elas Ilkor and Bloated Processor. It's okay. Unless they play a 1-drop. Alright. Alright. Cool. Gets that out of the way so we can play our Elas Ilkor. Let's play it with Seed Core so we don't lose life. Beast Caller. We don't want to let that thing get too many counters because then they can just put it on something else whenever it dies. But I'm tempted to go Gix. Attack. They probably won't block. And then draw a card. I think that's probably what we'll do. If they do block, I think I'm okay with that too. Alright. Pelucranos. Pelucranos is that's a big boy for 3 mana. 3 green for a 4/5 with reach. Transform it into a big nasty 6/6 lifelink reach. Yeah. That was on my list to play too in mono green. Tribute to the World Tree. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card of its powers 3 or greater. Otherwise, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Alright. Let's attack here and draw a card. Not certain I want to use Go for the Throat on that thing yet. Might do it here. They don't play anything else really nasty. The thing about green is you're like, I'm attacking with a 4/4, and they're like, that's cool, here's a 7/7. Doomscar Warrior, backup 1. Trample. Deals damage to a player battle. Look at that many cards at the top of your library. Reveal a creature or land, put it into your hand. Okay, so they get to draw a card off of that, and they can back up on their Evolving Adaptive. So when it deals combat damage to us, they look at 5 cards from the top of their library, reveal a creature or land, and put it into their hand. And then they put the rest on the bottom. Not sure I want to go for the Throat anything yet. Sheoldred makes things a little bit more interesting. We can just kind of hang back with Sheoldred. Save a Go for the Throat. Block with the Processor. Incubate 4. I think we're good for now. Save this Go for the Throat for a really big thing that... Or if they try to fight something, we'll do that. Up to 2 target creatures you control get +1/+0. They each deal damage equal to their power to another target creature, planeswalker, or battle. Alright, let's just Sacrifice Skrelv. Make this processor bigger. Bruno, are there any good soldiers in this new set? There's a new vampire soldier that's a 2/2 for 2. It has vigilance. It's white. And whenever it gets a +1/+1 counter on it, once per turn you get to draw a card, which is really sweet. I played with that a little bit ago in the Celestia counters deck. It's pretty cool. So once a turn, if you put a counter on it, you get to draw a card. Another tribute to the World Tree. It means that things are going to get huge. But they have to start attacking us at some point. Alright, I think it's time. Let's see what they've got. Let's see if they have a protection spell. They don't. Five. Yeah, we'll go in with everything. Alright, good game. Phyrexian's got us there. Yeah, Bruno, that's the best soldier that I have seen so far. Alright, quick 2-minute break. Be right back. Thanks for hanging out, and then we'll get into another deck. Probably, actually, you know what, if you have an opinion on that, I'm going to... So we've already done Celestia counters. We have already done Orzhov Phyrexians. We want to see Mono Red, Jeskai Spells, or Grixis Hidetsugu. Let me know in the comments. I'll be right back in 2 minutes. Alright, back. Good to go. Let's go with Grixis. Deck is built around Hidetsugu and Kairi, which is one of the new legendary team-ups that we have. So we've got a 5-cost, double blue, 1 black Ogre Demon Dragon. It's a 5/4 with flying. We saw it in one of our matches. Opponent played it against us. When it enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards. Put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order, so it does a brainstorm on entry. And then whenever it dies, exile the top card of your library. Target opponent loses life equal to its mana value. And if it's an instant or sorcery, you can cast it without paying its mana cost. So we kind of want to play Singularity here. And also Complete the Circuit, which is a new card. That's why I said this deck is super greedy. Because you play this for 6 mana, you can convoke it. So if we play Iconoclast, we can convoke it with those tokens and cast sorcery spells this turn as though they had flash. And then when we cast our next instant or sorcery, copy that spell twice and choose new targets for each copy. So hopefully the thing would be to copy Explosive Singularity twice or Invoke Despair twice. So let's get this going. Erlindrau, what's going on? How's it going? This deck is totally just a greed pile. Like, basically we want to convoke that, copy that spell twice, and then cast like 3 Invoke Despairs on our opponent. It's greedy for sure. So, this is black and red, black and red. We don't have our turn 2 third path Iconoclast. We don't have anything. We're going to have to mulligan that. Yep, we'll keep this. Get rid of Singularity. Don't want that in the hand just yet. Haunted Ridge. I guess we're going to have to get Iconoclast down and take a few hits from the Crawling Chorus. Hopefully they're not super aggressive on us. Now we're fighting the Phyrexians. Alright. Xander's Lounge comes in tapped. Prefer not to do that yet, especially because we don't have anything to play on turn 3. Okay. Tough. Similar thought process here to the Phyrexian deck. Alright. Gotta make this appear. Counter a Shieldred. We can counter things that cost. Yeah. Let's counter that. We're pretty behind here, though. They're going to get to draw 2 cards here. We have our Hidetsugu and Kairi. We do have the 2 blue to cast it, so we'll Impulse this turn, cast it next turn. Let's Impulse now, see if we can draw in some removal or something. Nope, all lands. Double blue, double red, black. Alright, take that. Norn's Inquisitor. What is this? 2 mana, 1/1. Incubate 2 when it comes in. Whenever a permanent you control transforms, put a counter on it. That's nice. Alright, let's do this. Hidetsugu and Kairi. Two cards into your library. Complete the circuit. How do we get this thing to die this turn? Let's put complete the circuit on top. We get to cast that for free. And we'll try to copy and invoke despair 3 times, I guess. Do we have the mana for that? Black. Black. Yep, we do. But we have to make Kyrie die. And they don't have enough power to do that. They're too wide for us. If they had one creature that had 4, we could... We're not going to have the mana to do it. Didn't come together as planned. Three, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, they're going to exile it. Good play. Good play. Alright, yeah, I think we're pretty much done. Sack that, make a token. This comes back, buffs their whole squad, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good game. The greed pile let us down. That's okay. That was a good play, though. It was a sweet play, sacrificing the Crawling Chorus, making the token, and bringing back the Phyrexian Lord to buff everything for lethal, and exiling Kyrie. That's pretty cool. Alright, we're going first. We do have blue mana to make this appear to counter something on turn 2. But this is kind of a problem, having a bunch of expensive things. We'll keep it and trust the deck. Alright, we have all the mana for our Invoke Despair, all the mana for Hidetsugo and Kyrie. Let the Scrap Gorger go, because I feel like, yeah, let's not. Let's counter that. Figured they'd have some 3 or 4 drop that was actually really good. Whoa, you can just chain Invoke Despairs. Oh my lord. Alright. So, exile the top card of your library. Target opponent loses life to its mana value. If it's instant or sorcery, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. So we're definitely putting Singularity on top. Yeah, and actually we'll put 2 Singularities on top. Just let those rest right there. See if we can get Hidetsugu and Kyrie to die, because then we'll deal a clean 20 damage. If they exile it, we won't get to do it, but we'll deal a clean 20 damage. Exile. Yep. Alright. We still got 2 on top, though, and we have another one. So let's see. See if we can get it done. Chandra Hope's Beacon. Yep, we'll take that. That's going to allow us to copy. Whenever we cast an instant or sorcery spell at all, just copy it. So, Singularity is back on top. Hopefully they don't have another exile. We block. Alright. 10 damage. 10 damage. Did we do it? Did we get there? Do they have any way to gain life? They might be able to gain life. Did we get it? The suspense is killing me. Yes! Got it. Good game. Good game. We saw the greed pile go off. Still haven't seen, haven't been able to do, complete the circuit and cast something twice, though. Which is the greediest of plays, right? It's the jankiest, greediest of play. To convoke something for like 7, and then play an Invoke Despair, or a Singularity, or something like that, and hit for like 30 damage. So, I don't know what the odds are of us getting to do that, but pretty cool. Stokes, what's up? Thanks. Human token, 2700. I think this is a, this is in orange, so this is a Wizards of the Coast staff, I think. That's cool. I think. They go first. We have an impulse. We have make disappear. Okay, we have some things. We have some greedy things. Let's go Marsh first. So they could try to do the same thing that we're doing here. Let's kill this now before they're able to make tokens. Fable. That's a strong start. That is a strong start. Cool. Okay, so it is staff. That's cool. I love the name too, Human Token. Alright, what do we have here? Grixis versus Grixis. Invasion of Segovia. 3 mana for it, make 2 1/1 Krakens. So they're going to try to convoke some stuff too. And they're going to make treasure. Let's counter it. We have to slow them down because they're going to have treasure and they're going to be convoking things. They have to be slowed down. Yep. Thopter. There's a Singularity. Right. So we got to impulse this turn, get a counterspell or some sort of removal so we can get out Hadetsugu and Kairi next turn and put Explosive Singularity on the field. Lucas, what's going on? This is a new battle. Create a 1/1 Thopter. Complete the circuit. We're not going to have the mana to do it both. So let's take an Infernal Grasp. They probably have a counterspell up too. Alright, this is what we have to do though. Okay. Singularity goes on top. We may have to kill our own... Oh. Can we do it? I wonder if they're going to counter it. They might have a counter spell. They lost 10 life there. Let's see if they lose the 10 here. Yes! We did it! Good game. Good game. Because it would still be possible for them to counter the spell, right? Because we played it without playing its mana cost. But, they can still counter it. But they lose 10 life just from revealing it. Able to do it twice. That's awesome. Bruno, you remember defeating a Wizards player thanks to Kyra with good old mono white. That's awesome. I'm glad that it, the mono white, one of the mono white aggro builds probably, Bruno. That's awesome, man. Alright, let's do it again. Let's see if we can double, either with Chandra, double something, or with complete the circuit. I want to. Alright, we're going first. We have Iconoclasts, so if we can get Iconoclast down and then counter stuff, make some tokens, we'll be good. We do have Chandra. See if we can get there. That's coming in tap. That's coming in tap. That's a shame. Because I want to play the Iconoclast. We don't have any way of doing it. Alright. So we'll just counter something here. This might be a mirror match. So if they cast a spell, we can counter it, but they'll still get a token, but we'll get 2. Oh, wow. Yeah, it looks like a mirror, Lucas. Yeah, we need to find our big spells, basically. We have enough tokens to convoke, complete the circuit and double invoke despair twice or something like that, so we should be good there. I guess I'll... Oh, another one. Nice. Alright, I guess I'll attack with these. Chandra also, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it. Choose new targets for the copy. So if we can get her out, we'll attack with this goblin, make a treasure. Hopefully we'll draw land. Oh, they're like... Okay, so it's not a mirror. They're just trying to, like, go crazy with Balmor here. Stoking the flames. Alright. There's an Invoke Despair. Let's get rid of this Iconoclast. We need land. Oh, no. Alright. Treasure. 2 Chandras is awkward. We can't play Chandra right now. We can play Invoke Despair. They'll sack a token. We're at 20 life still. It's just that we need that Invoke Despair to try to copy it. Alright, we'll just end the turn. Yeah, they are Jeskai. You're right. Starting to get a lot of damage potential built up on the other side of the board here. We're running out of time. You can cast 1 Chandra minus X and kill a couple things. That's not good news either. Beryl and Kari Zev, 3 mana, 2/4 first strike menace. When you cast your first instant or sorcery, you may cast a spell with lesser mana value that shares a card type from your hand. If you don't, you create Ragavan. 2/1 red monkey pirate creature token. It gains haste. Okay, here, that's 4, 6 damage, 7, no. Let's see. 4, that's 8 damage right there still. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Alright, well, we did not get there. Balmor did crazy things. We could have done this.
We have to win this fight.
Go Balmor in this.
This is the end. Let's go out with a bang!
Guess we're not technically dead, but like we're pretty dead. Ragavan has haste, yeah, so that's 3. This can attack, this has menace, so yeah, we are dead. Meeting of Minds with a bunch of tokens, that seems pretty cool. Especially in like Is It or a Jeskai deck like this. Yes, that is Menace. So we can block here and we'll say good game. Pretty powerful. All those tokens. Nice. Nice. Alright. What decks have we not done? We have not done mono red, and we have a Jeskai spells too. Probably similar to that. Celestia counters. Let's do mono red. Let's see what new mono red iterations we have going. So, we've seen it earlier. Faced off against Bloodfeather Phoenix and Kenra. I think these are the two cards that everybody's most excited about for mono red, especially, I guess I am. I don't speak for everybody. But we have Bloodfeather Phoenix, a 2-drop 2/2 flying. It can't block. When you instant or sorcery you control deals damage to an opponent or battle. You may pay 1 red. If you do, it comes back from the graveyard to the battlefield and gains haste until end of turn. So it's hard to get rid of unless you're messing with the graveyard. The Kenra Spell Spear, 2-drop 2/2 with Trample and Prowess, and then 3 in a Phyrexian Blue, which you can pay for 2 life and transform it into a 3/3 Trample, Ward 2 Prowess. Double Prowess, which is pretty cool. And then we have a lot of other mono red staples. New Battle, Invasion of Regatha, 3 mana, 5 defense counters on this. 4 damage to another battle or opponent, and 1 damage to one target creature. So you can take out like a 3/1 or something like that. Thalia, if you pay 4 for it, you can still do that. And then turns into a 4/4 Prowess. If a non-creature source you control will deal damage to a creature, battle, or opponent, does that much +2. Nahiri's Warcrafting, 2 of these. This is sorcery speed. Double red and 1, 5 damage to target creature, so perfect for taking out Sheoldred or most of the new Praetors. Creature, Planeswalker, or battle, look at the top X cards where X is the excess damage dealt this way. Exile one of them, put the rest on the bottom. You may play the exiled card this turn. So a lot of times you get a 2-for-1 out of that and increases your tempo. 2 Rampaging Raptors. What people have been saying, like kind of like Questing Beast's little brother in red. Double red, 2 generic for a 4/4 Trample Haste Dinosaur. Has fire breathing, but it's expensive. 3 mana to give it +2/+0 till end of turn. It does to 2 power instead of 1. And when it deals combat damage to an opponent, deals that much damage to target Planeswalker or battle, which is cool that it has trample. Stoke the Flames, 4-drop, 4 damage, convoke. Any target can hit battles or face, and Urabrask. 4 mana, 4/4 first strike. Cast an instant or sorcery. It deals 1 damage to target opponent and add 1 red mana, so you can kind of chain little cheap instants and sorceries. 1 red mana, exile it, return to the battlefield transformed. Activate only as a sorcery and only if you cast 3 or more instant or sorcery spells this turn, of which we have quite a few. It becomes the Great Work. 3 damage to target opponent and each creature they control, so little board wipe. Then you get 3 treasure tokens, and then until end of turn you may cast instant and sorcery spells from any graveyard. If a spell cast this way would be put into a graveyard, exile it instead, and then turn him back into Urabrask. So it looks like Urabrask is not getting so much of the worst Praetor status in here. I think it's going to be good. 2 Sokenzan and 3 Mishra's Foundries. Let's go mono red. I don't know, TGN. We might have to hit that pre-release tomorrow. Might be fun. Do some sealed. I'm going to be doing some limited later today. Pretty soon. I'm going to take a break for lunch. Start up the stream and then do some more limited. Probably sealed. Lucas, what you don't like about Urabrask is like it has nothing to do with the other version of himself. In terms of flavor, like the way that he's like rebellious. All right, our opponent goes first. We have a Kumano, and then turn 2 we have a Bloodfeather Phoenix, which doesn't have haste. We have to keep that in mind, but it'll be a 3/3 flyer. And then Lightning Strike and Stoke the Flames. We can convoke this if we need to make it cost 3. Let's start out. They're playing Grixis. So let's try to start out strong with our Bloodfeather Phoenix. Playing Iconoclast. So they're going to try to make some creatures here. Okay. So I want to play Invasion of Vergatha. I didn't get the prowess set off this, but I think what I'm going to do is Lightning Strike them and bring back the Phoenix, and then play Vergatha next turn. See if we can get in there. Alright, good game. Phoenix came back just in time to help us out. I don't know, this mono red feels a little bit more like it has a couple tricks up its sleeve with the graveyard. I know we had Squee in the other version, and Bloodthirsty Adversary for replaying things, but it seems like just off first play, that Phoenix is going to be kind of hard to get rid of if the opponent doesn't have any graveyard interaction. And that battle, 4 damage. If we had not killed an Iconoclast, we could kill an Iconoclast with that, and there's a lot of X1s that seem to be still running around the format. Oh, I got you. Suddenly Urabrast is a storm creature. Yeah, that's true. That's actually true, yeah. Adding the mana and, like, enabling those types of things. Should have attacked the battle. Yeah. That's true. Could have. Alright, we're going first. Play with fire, spell, spirit, lightning strikes, and Urabrask. So we need to draw some land. If we play with fire their face, we can scry one, maybe help us to get a land. Chorus. Don't want that. Land would be nice. Okay, they have a Skrelv's Hive, which means that if they get 3 poison counters on us, all their things with Toxic will have lifelink, which is like death to us. So let's go Swift Spear and Kumano, triggering both prowesses. Lucas, my opinion on battles, generally speaking, is just like the front side has to be good. Because there's I just don't think that you're splitting damage so much with creatures and stuff to flip them that sometimes it's not going to be feasible to flip. So I think the front side has to come down and do something to have some effect. Censor. Can't cast more than 1 non-Phyrexian each turn. That kind of sucks, but Urabrask is a Phyrexian. Okay. 1 poison counter. This can't block. We lightning strike away the Censor. We hit them for 3, 4, 5, 6. They go to 5 life. They get poison lifelink on us. Yeah, let's just get rid of this. Okay, so now all their toxic stuff has lifelink. So whatever they play, we need to be able to lightning strike and kill it, basically. We'll have another attacker with Kumano here. This can't block, even though it has lifelink. This cannot be made bigger, because it's not a 1/1 creature but the Seed Core. They can't bring their Incubate in, because it costs 2 colorless. So if we go Mountain, Lightning Strike, Exarch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me just make sure I'm right. That's Prowess, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, good game. Had we not been able to kill them there, though, like, say we got them to 2 or 3, we're at 17 with poison counters. These 3 attack next turn. Seed Core gives one of it +2/+1, meaning 3, 4, 5, like 5 or 6 lifelink plus. They untap and transform this artifact into a 3/3 lifelinker, maybe? No, it doesn't have toxic. But still, if we didn't kill him that turn, it was probably going to take a turn for the worse for us. Good game. Ooh. We got Mastery Pass stuff. Too bad this won't count towards my progress, but let's look at the Mastery Tree. Alright, so it looks kind of the same. Oh, this is Phyrexia. All will be 1 Mastery. Okay, never mind. Never mind, it's not updated. Alright, a couple more games, I think, and then break for a late lunch, and then come back and do some limited, which I'm super excited about. And then probably later tonight, maybe another constructed stream. Who knows? Alright, opponent goes first. Play with Fire can get us a land. Phoenix on 2. Lightning Strike's fine. Impulse is sort of fine. We don't have a payoff for prowess for it. It's decent. Alright, there's a prowess payoff for us. So they got Rafine's Tower. So they've got Esper colors available to them. Invasion of Gobakan. So they get to look at our hand, exile a card from it. We can play it, but it costs us 2 more to play. And then if they defeat this by dealing 3 damage to it in some way, beginning of the end step, they get a +1/+1 counter on each creature that attacked this turn, and they can sacrifice it to give all their creatures hexproof and indestructible till end of turn. That's a hell of a battle. It's pretty good. Okay, so I played Reckless Impulse. You're gonna tax our stuff. We did get a land. We can play Spell Spear. We can Lightning Strike away their Thalia. Let's attack. If they block, we'll Lightning Strike them. This is going to be tough. This is taking all my brain power. We don't have as much damage in on them as I would have liked. Now we definitely need Nahiri's Warcrafting. That's what I would like to see. It's not looking promising. Say that. In they go on the invasion. So if that dies, they get that enchantment, and then these both get +1/+1 counters, and they can sacrifice it to make their stuff hexproof and indestructible till end of turn. This is pretty gnarly against mono red. Thalia attacks our stuff. Shieldred. Let's let them do it, because we have no other option, basically. I don't think that. Yeah, I think Quinn. I think you're right. It's probably game over. So what's going through my mind right now is tapping 3 mana, transforming this into a 3/3 Ward 2 Trample Prowess, and then killing Thalia with a Play with Fire and making that a. It's still going to be a 5/5, so it's still not going to be able to deal with Sheoldred. So it'll be a 3/3 with double prowess. Then we cast Play with Fire to kill Thalia. And then it becomes a 5/5. So it's still not going to be able to block Sheoldred effectively. But I think that's the plan. Well, I can only activate it as a sorcery anyway. Whoopsie. Alright, so... Another one. And a Flesh Gorger. That's tough. We can kill the Flesh Gorger right now. We'll have to pay 3 life, but I think that's probably the best option. Oh, they're just going to sacrifice it. Ah! That's a good play. Alright, so we drew another Kenra Spell Spear. We got a Bloodfeather Phoenix. We have 6 total mana. They've got some big nasties coming in at us, so we're not going to win this game, but we will continue because everybody's making content. Everybody's making content. Alright. Let's pick out one creature of the opponent's and say, you, at least, are not making it out of this battle alive. We're going to lose. But Thalia, I think, we're going to make sure that she also loses. This is pretty cool. So we have Thalia, Invasion of Gobakhan, which Thalia taxes this. So you want to play this first. But this is a pretty cool card because it takes your... It's 2 mana and it just basically slows your opponent down by taking their strongest card or the card you don't want to see and making it 2 mana more expensive. And then the Anthem effect on it is actually really great. Okay. Alright, Thalia. You know what? Boom. Got you, Thalia. Got you. You're done. Alright, one more game with Mono Red, lunch break, then coming back. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you hitting the thumbs up. I hope you're enjoying the new cards. I hope that this is, giving you a little bit of insight onto as to what's to come. Trying to do like a bunch of different things. Alright, Phoenix, Swift Spear, Phoenix, and Lightning Strike and Invasion, and Warcrafting. Alright, we haven't played Warcrafting yet, so this looks good. Quinn, your question, any thoughts on how Mom will impact Standard? I don't know yet. It's early to make a prediction, but I will say that the Celestia counters deck that we played felt really good. As did the Hidetsugu and Kairi combo deck with Explosive Singularity. It felt more reliable than I thought it would. So, for what that's worth. But I think there's a lot of different viable archetypes that we could be seeing. All the Phyrexian Praetors, to me, look like they could see some play. I mean, Elish Norn and Sheoldred just provide such a crazy value. Alright. Let's trigger that Prowess. Get that 4 damage going. I'm really excited to play Limited, too. Because I think the set looks like it's going to be a really fun Limited set. No creatures. Should we try to flip the battle? We could Lightning Strike it next turn. Get a 4/4 Prowess. Yeah. Let's do that. We haven't flipped the battle yet. Fable. We need a land, so we can go Warcrafting, look at the top 3 cards of our library, kill the battle, then see if we can find a land. Raptor. I like the Raptor too. I don't have the land though. It's got to be a land. So, this makes our lightning strikes deal 5 damage apiece. Elden Mike, what's going on? I am enjoying, my friend. I'm enjoying so far. It's awesome. Let's see if our Phoenix can do its job, and then we can lightning strike their face twice and kill them because of Disciples of the Inferno. Let's try. We'll try next turn. Elden Mike, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm about to wrap up this stream, but I will be back after lunch. Doing some limited and stuff. Portal to a Phyrexia made us destroy all of our creatures. So we have 3, 6, 7, 8 damage here. Probably should have went for it earlier, huh? It's alright. Let's pass the turn. And we need to draw one more spell that's able to deal some direct damage to them. I got Kroxa and Kunaros. Nice. Like a reanimator. Okay. Two mana left, but they have a bunch of treasures. So they have like 7 mana. Do another Fable. I'm going to hit him with a play with fire. I'm going to see if we can scry up. Because they don't have any counter spells. See if we can scry up a damage spell. And if we get lucky, we could, with proper planning, we could kill them. Even like an invasion of Regatha would be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah. That'll work. 2 more lightning strikes this turn and a lightning strike next turn. Just decline that. Decline. So much lightning. All the lightning on the planet. Let's do it. Unless they have a counterspell or something like that. Good game. Got him. Alright. That was a good game, though. Cool. Well, Elden Mike, I know you just got here, but thank you all for being here. Thanks for subscribing, hitting the thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed it so far. I'm going to, yes, ride the lightning. I'm going to take a break for a quick lunch, probably be 30 to 45 minutes. I'll be back on, and we're going to do some limited, jump in full force to that, probably do a sealed. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll get an idea of how this set plays in sealed. But so far for standard, I'm really enjoying it. It seems like there's going to be some power added to standard, and there's going to be some new archetypes. Izzet looks a lot better than it did. Grixis with a lot of spell splinger stuff looks a lot better than it did. A lot of the... I'm excited to play more of the pair-up legendaries. So, yeah, I mean, everything's looking pretty good so far. All right, Elden Mike, I hope to catch you there. All right, you guys, thank you very much, and I'll see you very shortly.